we are going to be working with layers in Photoshop now. This is a little tutorial to show you how you can work with them, move them around, make some little changes, okay? So you can download birdlayers.psd right off the website, and we're going to start with that, okay? So we see we have all these different layers, and they're all named banana leaf. That one is hidden, okay? Flamingo is showing. If I close that, the flamingo disappears, okay? We're going to bring him back. So the goal here was to get this image to look like the final image on the website, which we saw. To do that, we're going to need to turn on some layers here. So we have the banana leaves. We turn that layer on. There we go. And we see this single leaf down here. We're going to turn that on. But the problem is I want this flamingo to be out front, okay? He's kind of hidden inside. Maybe you want that, but for my choice, I want to see him out front, okay? So I'm going to drag him above the banana leaf. Now we have him sitting on his own, okay? That's great. Now there is a red bird missing on this image, so let's look for that guy. Red bird, he's down here. We can turn him on. Okay, and if I zoom in on here, I'm just going to select the zoom tool, or you can hit Command Z. But I'm going to zoom in, okay? So see this bird up here? If we want to select him, we can go down to the red bird, grab that layer, or let's say I'm on another layer. I just grab the selection tool over here, right? The move tool, and I can move him. I'm going to move him down to this one here. All right. So I can hit Command 0 and zoom back out, Command minus, Command plus to zoom in, or we can use the zoom tool. You can zoom in, click Option to zoom out. Okay. So I'm going to hit Command 0, get back to a full screen. Okay, so now we're good. We got the flamingo out front. We got this red bird. We've moved him. We've shown him. Okay, let's see. What else do we want to do here? Right, there's a rainbow. Okay, so we've brought this rainbow image in, but it's not really working. Well, we can use something we tried in the first lesson of this, right? We can work with the blends. So if we go up to these blends here, normal. No. I'm thinking screen might work. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. It's only affecting that bird, okay? So we got to make sure we are on the rainbow layer. And now we're going to go up here and start moving these around. What? Nothing really working. Oh, wait a second. Screen, that kind of works, right? That's like a realistic looking rainbow. So let's take that. The problem is it's kind of affecting this this vine layer, right? We don't want to just get rid of it. So what are we going to do? We're going to pull the rainbow behind the vine. Now it looks like the rainbow is sitting there, a little more realistic, right? If we want to try some other things, you could see what works. But really, that's the option we want, right? I mean, a soft light one might work as well. An overlay might, but I really like this one here, screen, okay? And if we wanted to make an adjustment on there, well, you could just click on that and make an adjustment. Change the brightness or hues, but we're going to get that in another lesson, okay? So there you go, that's it. So we go ahead and export this, right? How do we do that? File, going to export, export as, save it as a JPEG, okay? So you're going to save this one and hand that into the classroom. So now let's move on to our other one. Okay, round 2, we got the fruit selection. So we're going to open this one up from the website. You can download it, open it up from the website. And now this is working in our selection tools. I want to show you a bunch of different selection tools that are going to make your life a lot easier in Photoshop, okay? So let's just start with this. We're going to be on our fruit layer, right? I want to be working with this little orange type thing over here that I'm going to change into a lemon. Okay? So we're going to do some color correction. That's a huge thing in Photoshop. You always want to make your colors look better. So we see some weird things going on. Like this guy's skin's a bit too yellow. We could brighten these up. And I actually want to remove one of these fruits. Okay, so I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways to do it. So this is easy because we have a nice clean background. So it makes stuff nice and easy for you. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, the rectangular marquee tool. And I'll go to the corner. And I'm just going to draw myself and drag right to this corner. So it looks like it's right. Boom, there we go. So I've selected this, okay? So I'm on the fruit layer. I got the marching ants, selecting this rectangle. And now I'm going to add an adjustment layer. So we go down over to our layers panel, go to the bottom, okay? we're going to go in here and we're going to go to hue saturation, okay? So if we go into this now and make an adjustment, it's only going to adjust that area that we select. So you can see this little mask up here, right? This white and black, we're only going to be touching that little white part that we selected. So if I actually go down to the hue here, drag this up to about plus 30, that's going to make that turn yellow, right? So we're just changing the colors. You know, we're taking that orange out by adding a little more blue into this. And that's going to make that look like a lemon. So that's great. That's done. Now I want to go over to the other side of the fruit. So I want to hide this kiwi. I just don't like kiwis. I don't want them in my image. So another easy way, we just grab this lasso tool. This is the free lasso, okay? You can see these other ones. There's polygonal, magnetic, selection brush tool, but we just want the lasso, the original. And all you're going to do is draw around this. Don't worry about it being perfect or anything. We're just going to cover it. We have this blue background, and we're going to use this to our advantage. So we'll just go freehand draw this, okay? So this is a way you can use this tool. We just want to get the shadow. Don't touch that blueberry. Okay, now we've selected this kiwi. Right, so now we look at this, and I want to fill this with a blue color. I'm just going to cover this up. So there's an easy way to do this. We go to the eyedrop tool, okay? So if you find your eyedrop tool, it's up here, eyedropper tool. You could hit I to get to it. And I'm going to pick this color, that nice teal blue, okay? I want to make sure I'm on the layer. I made that mistake. So I'm on the fruit layer. There we go. I picked that tool. If we look down, the foreground color is the color now. If I picked yellow, it would be yellow. I want this blue right here, this nice baby blue or whatever this is, teal. Okay. And then we're going to go up to image. Sorry, edit. And slide down to fill, or we got a bunch of different things. We could do background color, content aware, but we just want this foreground color because that's what we picked. The foreground color is great. That's the blue foreground down here, the bottom left of the toolbar. We want to make sure blending is to normal because if we do all these other ones, they're going to do the same weird things, right? Like a color dodge or a screen, they're going to make them transparent. We just want normal blend. And opacity is 100 because we do not want it to be transparent, okay? And hit okay. There we go, it filled it, okay? So it's one way we can hide that. And if you go to select, deselect, or command D, we're in good shape. Okay, so now I have my lemon using one selection tool. Another way of selecting and filling to hide something. There we go. Now we're going to use another tool, okay? We're going to do the object select tool, okay? So this one, you can just draw a rectangle. So I'm down here. I want to make sure I highlight this. I want bowl. I just want to get these fruit. See, if you hover over them, they're going to kind of change. It'll click one there, okay? So I'm going to go deselect, command D. I just want to actually draw a little rectangle over all those fruit. Look at that. It grabbed them all. It figured out what to do. And then if I want to add more, I can hold the shift button, click on this guy, click on this guy, click on this guy, click on that guy, click on that guy. Now I've selected all the fruit. And I can go in and make an adjustment layer. I want to make this brighter. I feel like it's too dark. Okay? So I'm going to go in down to this little black and white cookie looking thing. And I'm going to go brightness and contrast. It's now made a little mask for this, only affecting the white area, which is the selection. Okay? And I'm just going to brighten it up. And now watch what happens. It's only going to affect that little area. Beautiful. That's a little brighter. You can change the contrast. That'll make it a little sharper maybe, lower. Yeah, let's go up higher. Beautiful. Nice and bright to go with our yellow lemon up top. They match now. Okay. Now one more thing. Okay, so I'm going to get out of these tools, back to our move tool. I'm going to go to the boy layer this time. So this last little layer. Now his skin is a bit too yellow, so there's some color issue going on here. And this doesn't look right. So we just want to kind of fix him up. So there's a way we can select that, okay? So if we go up to the select menu and go down to subject, it knows how to pick the subject, okay? And this is easy when there's a nice background like this, but it'll work with other backgrounds as well. But now we've selected this subject. And again, we're going to add an adjustment layer. So I'm going to go into this. This time I want to do color balance because there's something wrong with the color balance here. So I think I need to adjust this. There's too much yellow in this, so I need to take it out by adding blue. I'm just going to drag that till it kind of looks right to me. That's a little, now he's turning into a pink person. Let's get it to that kind of tone. That seems like the skin tone he would have. It doesn't have that yellow jaundice look there, right? So let's pull that over until you feel like it's right. And there you go. And that is it. So we now have this color corrected. We've learned a bunch of different selections, and we're ready to hand this in, okay? So we'll do what? We're gonna file, export, export as, and we'll export this document, okay? So when you export these, add your name to this, so it'll be fruit selections with your name, and we'll hand that into the classroom.